Burglar, a person who enters a building illegally in order to steal. The burglar tried to open the window quietly while the sirens were blaring in the distance. Dice, small cubes with dots on each side, used in games of chance. He felt like the dice were loaded against him and everyone was rolling with their fingers crossed. Plague, a contagious disease that spreads rapidly and causes great death. The city was thrown into chaos as if a sudden plague had arrived to destroy them. Sacred, connected with God or dedicated to a religious purpose. Take one last look at this sacred place before everything blows apart. Compels, forces or drives someone to do something. This ancient power compels you to reveal the truth about your mission. Reactionary, opposing political or social liberalization or reform. A small group of reactionary extremists attempted to disrupt the peace of the city. Alliance, a union or association formed for mutual benefit. We need to build a strong alliance to defend ourselves against the coming threat. Squatting, unlawfully occupying an uninhabited building or settling on a piece of land. He was squatting in the shadows, processing the strange energy changes around him. Scoffing, speaking about someone or something in a scornfully derisive or mocking way. She could not help scoffing at his ambitious plan to save the world alone. Recognition, the action or process of recognizing or being recognized. The facial recognition system was a bit dodgy and failed to identify the target. Dodgy, dishonest or unreliable. The equipment we found in the lab seemed a bit dodgy and unstable. Deceased, no longer living or dead. The records confirmed that the brilliant young athlete was officially declared deceased. Brainy, having or showing intelligence or smart. He wore thick glasses not because he needed them, but just to look brainy. Brooding, engaged in deep unhappiness or dark thought. Instead of brooding up here alone, you should help us integrate the new system. Integrate, combine one thing with another so that they become a whole. The scientist tried to integrate the alien core with the laboratory power engine. Exile, the state of being barred from one's native country. After millennia in exile, the ancient conqueror returned to search for the hidden power. Legion, a vast host or large number of people or soldiers. The commander ordered his legion to move forward and seal the cage immediately. Flank, the side of a military or naval formation. The soldiers were instructed to attack the enemy from the right flank. Conservationist, a person who advocates or acts for the protection and preservation of the environment and wildlife. As a dedicated conservationist, she spent her weekend studying the local wildlife. Shrine, a place regarded as holy because of its associations with a divinity or a sacred person. An enormous bonfire burned right behind the ancient shrine of the warriors. Baffling, impossible to understand or perplex. The sudden appearance of the strange lights was completely baffling to the locals. Garret, a top floor or attic room, especially a small dismal one. The young reporter lived in a tiny garret while writing fluff pieces for the local newspaper. Fluff, entertainment or writing that is perceived as trivial or superficial. She was perfectly happy writing fluff pieces about kitten grooming instead of hard news. Rigging, the system of ropes or chains employed to support a ship's masts or adjust equipment. The technician was busy rigging some special protective upgrades for the tactical suit. Apocalyptic, describing or prophesying the complete destruction of the world. They faced an apocalyptic power that had the potential to destroy entire worlds. Primordial, existing at or from the beginning of time or primeval. The alien weapon threatened to transform the peaceful planet into a primordial hellscape. Disgrace, loss of reputation or respect as the result of a dishonorable action. He could never forget the disgrace of his first retreat from the battlefield. Crumble, break or fall apart into small fragments, especially over a period of time. The enemy swore that our global alliance would eventually crumble under pressure. Entrusted, assign the responsibility for doing something to someone or put something into someone's care. The powerful ancient artifact was entrusted to the guardians for safekeeping. Strongholds, places that have been fortified so as to protect them against attack. The secret boxes were securely sealed and guarded in deep underground strongholds. Hooting, making a loud, shrill sound with a horn or a siren. The train horn was hooting loudly in the distance as the two heroes met. Silica, a dioxide of silicon occurring as quartz or as a component of various rocks. The tactical fabric is a silica-based material that is highly heat-resistant. Twitchy, nervous, anxious, or unstable. The security software always gets twitchy when scanning this corrupted footage. Icky, unpleasantly sticky or distasteful. After the crash, he felt an icky sensation from the mysterious fluid on the wagon. Chump, a foolish or easily deceived person. He felt like a total chump after hitting his head on the radio while driving drunk. Señorita, a Spanish title or form of address for an unmarried woman. A young señorita looking tired came forward and asked for a place to rest. Plunged, pushed or forced quickly into a particular state or situation. The sudden death of the hero plunged the entire timid world into extreme terror. Timid, showing a lack of courage or confidence or easily frightened. The timid citizens hid in their homes, fearing the return of the conqueror. Perp, a perpetrator of a crime or suspect. The detective pointed at the monitor and identified the potential perp fleeing the scene. Converge, come together from different directions so as eventually to meet. The lines on the tactical map did not converge at the expected location. Staircase, a set of stairs and its surrounding structure. If you look to your left, you should see a dark staircase leading underground. Stench, a strong and very unpleasant smell. The terrifying monster claimed that the stench of fear made its soldiers hungry. Obnoxiously, in a very unpleasant or offensive manner. He admitted he was afraid of bugs, weapons, and obnoxiously tall creatures. Slick, wet, smooth, or slippery, sometimes with blood or oil. The villain boasted that his weapon was still slick with the blood of his enemies. Primitive, relating to an early stage in the development of something. The advanced alien regarded humans as primitive beings incapable of defending themselves. Shelved, decided not to proceed with a project or plan. The top-secret project was shelved until the night the protector died. Perpetual, never-ending or changing. The energy matrix inside the box was recognized as a perpetual power source. Volatile, liable to change rapidly and unpredictably. The power matrix was too volatile to control without special equipment. Cybernetic, relating to the science of automatic control systems in machines and bodies. They used advanced tech to rebuild his broken body with cybernetic enhancements. Integrity, the state of being whole and undivided. The laboratory machine monitored his basic cellular integrity and coordination. Dormant, having normal physical functions suspended or slowed down. His powerful alien cells were lying dormant but remained incapable of decay. Amniotic, relating to the fluid-filled sac that surrounds an embryo. The alien ship contained an amniotic chamber that could potentially restore life. Fraction, a small part or amount of something. Even if there is only a fraction of a chance, we must try to bring him back. Ethics, moral principles that govern a person's behavior. The enemy is destroying worlds and certainly not worrying about war ethics. Reintegrating, integrate back into a whole or restore to unity. He did not like the idea of reintegrating his body with the volatile alien box. Contingency, a future event or circumstance which is possible but cannot be predicted. The leader always prepares a strict contingency plan in case things go horribly wrong. Macabre, disturbing and horrifying because of involvement with death. They wondered if they were doing something horribly wrong and macabre by raising the dead. Abridged, shortened or condensed text or version. Being struck by lightning and gaining speed is just the abridged version of his story. Backing, moving backward or reversing. The police vehicle started backing up immediately after hearing the emergency call. Restrain, prevent someone from doing something or keep under control. The team had to work together to restrain the revived hero who lost his memory. Coverage, the area or total amount covered by a network or satellite. In this remote area, there is absolutely no internet or satellite coverage. Feeler, a tentative proposal or tool used to test opinions. He asked his friend to put out a feeler to gather information secretly. Hangar, a large building typically for housing aircraft. They parked the advanced tactical vehicle inside the secret military hangar. Resettle, settle or cause to settle in a different place. The refugees made several attempts to resettle in the nearby village after the war. Muss, a state of disorder or untidiness. We just need to pull the energy boxes apart quickly with no fuss and no muss. Tripping, catching one's foot on something and stumbling. You are tripping over your own feet because you are moving too fast without focus. Loner, a person who prefers to be alone or independent. He admitted that he had been a loner his whole life before joining the team. Pitchfork, a long-handled fork with sharp prongs used as a weapon or tool. The warrior smiled and said he was not the one who brought a pitchfork to a laser fight. Conquering, overcoming or taking control of a place by force. The alien villain thought that conquering worlds meant hiding from the real fight. Slowpoke, a person who moves or acts slowly. The fastest hero laughed and told his teammate not to be a slowpoke during the mission. Defy, openly resist or refuse to obey. The powerful conqueror angrily asked who they were to defy his absolute rule. Conviction, a firmly held belief or opinion. It is our deep conviction that the light will eventually return to this world. Pursue, follow or chase someone or something to achieve it. The new possibilities challenge us to pursue our dreams without fear. Grooving, dancing or moving to music in a relaxed way. The old classic song was playing, and everyone was grooving slowly to the rhythm. Shoe shine, the act of polishing shoes or a substance used for it. The strange man in the song wore no shoe shine and walked around freely.